And there we are. I hit the button. At 10 seconds, yes, my internet's going to hold. No. Oh, goodness. Ken might not be done yet.
No, he's still going.
He's still going. That's all right. We'll just keep this doing it. Hi, Ammo. What do you want? Is it in there?
He says, "I want a biscuit."
You want a bit? You want a big biscuit? How about a half a biscuit, just to get you out of my face? All right, we got Placer, we got Jason Patton, we got Melissa here, we got Raymond61. All right. Hello, I'm Blues Coins. My counterpart over here is CJ.
What's up?
There's Hidden. Welcome. We're going to see if this holds out. I'll be probably making this announcement as more people come in, but I've been having problems with my internet. So we're going to see what happens. There's Bigfoot. Welcome.
What's up, Bigfoot?
Man, I cannot believe that 1938 D over S.
Yeah, that's a spunky coin.
Oh goodness! I looked in my book. That could replace a coin in my book.
That could replace a few coins in your book.
Yeah, if I ever got a hold of one like that and that type of condition with that type of variety on it, clean, I would probably spend the money and send it in and have it graded.
Sleabbed.
Have it
Slobbered.
slabbed.
Some slobber.
It would be just for personal collection only, and just to make sure that the condition stayed right and tight.
Right.
There's Cousin Jeff. Welcome. All right.
What's up, Cousin Jeff? And Mahoove.
I'm not sure if Ken was done yet or not.
No, he's still going.
He's still going. That's all right.
Yeah,
we'll get some more people in here.
He's just going to ramble for a bit.
Ken's, I'm sorry. CJ's is finishing up some rolls. And I got a mess. I got a big mess. A big mess.
Hey, as long as unless you're swimming in coins, then then you're doing okay.
No, it's not bad until you wake up in the morning and there's a penny stuck to your back.
What's up, Jeff?
When the coins stick to your back in the morning when you get up, then you know you might have a problem with swimming in coins.
When they start pouring out of your sock or something, that's when you.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time overseas, over in Saudi Arabia and Oman and Iraq. And one of the things that they teach us on day one during our briefing is before you put your boots on, you shake them out, because you don't know if a scorpion got in there. Many people have been stung in the foot because they just put their boot on and there's a big fat scorpion in there.
They kind of don't like that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
One of the things they teach us with our socks, you take your socks and you put them over the top of them, and that seals the hole.
Well, I was gonna say stuff them inside, but
so we would take our socks and stretch the calf part over the top of them, and that seals the hole. But you still shake them out, because even the little ones will find little crevices to get in, and it's amazing. I didn't fear the scorpions too much. It was the camel spiders that got me.
Yeah, that's a hard no. That's a really hard nope.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff. I tell you what, you get stung by a scorpion and it's an eye opener in a minute. It's also a verbal comment that might not be appropriate. What's going on, James? Appreciate you. There's Super Silverman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm in central Oklahoma, and we got scorpions here.
We got a few up here, but they're not really too many in my area, but in the east, on the east side, up in the hills, we got them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jeff
said
a little bit more arid up there.
Yeah, Jeff said after 3 years he still shakes out his shoes. I do the same. It just becomes habit after a while, and you don't even think about it. You just shake them out to make sure. So I've shaken pennies out of my shoes.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. Especially when I get one that's just total. You look at it and it's like, goodness, how'd that even get through the coin machine to be counted?
Right.
Well, just toss it over my shoulder, because against my back wall, I got buckets. Those are my return buckets. So I toss them over my shoulder and I try to ricochet them in the buckets, but sometimes they bounce off the wall and they end up in my shoes. So yeah, that's also an eye opener when you're not expecting a coin to fall out of it. You're like, what was that?
You're like, hold on, wait a minute.
Something's not kosher.
I got a flat tire here.
So I've been busy. Taking pictures and getting everything that I have attributed and not attributed, double checked, pictured, and they are going to end up going on to the SANS database. So people will have clear pictures to compare their coin with, to make sure they got the right variety and the what's that word I'm looking for, CJ?
Designation, attribution.
Yeah, those two.
I don't know where you're going, where you're headed.
The oh goodness.
Die markers.
Die markers. Thank you very much, sir.
It's got to be in there somewhere. So
be in there somewhere. Yeah,
keep throwing words out, and
I mean the dictionary is only 4.5 inches thick. We'll finally get it.
Start using words.
Yeah. But let me see. Let me switch this. Let me go here. See, every once in a while when you're going through your collection of stuff, you forget about coins like this. And I got that down to the Wexler WDDO 006.
Cheater.
Yeah, I know. And this was found coin roll hunting. So please do not discount coin roll hunting. There are treasures to be found. See, we come over here. You can see it in the B real nice. The E, the R and T, a little bit in the Y. Not so much going across In God We Trust. Right side of the W, top of the E, big fat U. But that date, that will pop you right in the face. Yeah, I don't particularly care for the reverse of the new Sense with that shield design. I think the Mint just threw something together and they thought it was cool, and I think
No, it was actually the second choice.
that was the second choice.
That was the second choice.
Oh goodness.
The first choice wasn't used because it resembled the German scent from the 1920s.
Oh goodness.
So
Where's that
shield
photo of crying in the corner?
Was second.
Yeah, you got to keep looking at. Most of the stuff on the shield will be on the obverse.
There are some DDRs, but usually they barely even show up on the actual shield because it's an in-use design. So that the letters are going to look thinner, much thinner. For on the shield there, then the other DDRs that you're going to find are actually on the designer's initials on the bottom left, the southwest corner of the shield, and those will be skewed to show a DDR.
Yeah.
But that's not because I did a video on the shield scent or anything. It's cool.
No, it's not because of that at all.
No, not at all. It has nothing to do with it. Not one bit.
Would you be the one to send my proof set double die on over for attribution? I only know of one person that does the attribution, and that's Ken.
It depends on what you want, what you actually mean by attribution. If you want a letter stating that it is a double die, then you need to go to the Konica website and then see who does the actual attributions for proof sets, because they have a list. You can send pictures to Ken or to checkmycoin@yahoo.com, and we as a group can take a look at it and say, yeah, we think it is. But if you need a letter stating that it is a double die, then you would have to go through the attributors, the actual Konica verified attributors.
There we go.
Semantics.
Yeah. And let me see. That is there's the email to send pictures in. The coin community gets together once a week, every Thursday, and they do a Q&A. And we take participants' pictures that were sent in and with their question, and we go through the coin, and we will do an attribution and talk about that coin on what we think it is or what we think it not is. So that'll be a good place to check. To go to first. There's no charge for any of that. We do require that you have clear pictures of the front and back and the problem area that you're looking at with the question. And then the community, there's 8 of us that are on the panel, and there'll be anywhere between 5, 6, 7 people on any given night doing it. So that might be a good place to start right there. Then we could tell you, yes, it is, yes, it isn't, or needs further investigation. And then you could take that information and roll with it. I'm on a panel, but unfortunately during the winter times, I cannot participate in the Q&A. I am already obligated on Thursday nights during the winter time for my men's bowling league. I'm on my 8th year on it right now, and I'm the captain of the team, so I kind of have to be there. So you'll only see me on the panel during the summertime. And I try to make every show that I can because I know I'm not going to be there for 32 weeks during the winter. So, and I miss it. I miss the Q&A. There's so much information and knowledge that is given on that channel. We get to see so many different types of coins and stuff we might not see for years that you as community members are submitting for us to look at. So that is always appreciated. Yeah, I am actually, January will be my 2nd year as, I guess I would say, full-time involved collector. I've collected coins my entire life. I mean, if I come across wheat pennies, I just threw them in a jar. Or come across something that was kind of cool, silver or whatever, I just put someplace so they stayed kind of nice, and then I just put them away. But almost 2 years ago, I went full time in it. So, and I still got a lot to learn, and I'm progressing along pretty nicely. There's Mike Badger. I was wondering when you're going to show up.
Last
I
one.
do. Keep collecting, you will catch me. Yeah, you know what? If I'm still alive in 51 years and I could see a coin, I'd be ecstatic. For some of you that don't know, I just turned 50 this month. So I got a really late start into this hobby, into this addiction. Some people call it a hobby. I call it an addiction because once you really get into it, it'll take up every free minute you have to spare.
It certainly can.
There's Dale's Treasures. Welcome, welcome. I got so much stuff I got to go through. Attribute just for my own stuff. That's not including, I don't know.
Well, it's good for you.
If we could even see that or not. Whoop. Okay, yeah, right underneath that fan. See all these books. Those are all Dansko and the Whitman double window albums that I'm putting together. And I'm putting together BU or better sets, which is a very hard task to do because some coins you just don't even find in F12 anymore.
True.
So,
Oh, you're gonna be mad at me.
oh, what'd you find now?
You're gonna be mad at me.
Do I need
Gonna
to
be.
do I need to pause the channels for some choice words?
No, but let's just say, you know how I am with flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, you see, yeah, I did clean some shelves. I cleaned those off the other night.
Violently.
There's Cia Penny, welcome.
I can't even find my shelves to clean them.
Uh-oh, I think trouble just entered the chat.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? There. I
There's
guess
the professor himself. Welcome, Ken.
How are you?
Doing fine.
What they got you doing tonight?
I'm just flapping at the gums.
Do what? Flocking
I'm
up?
flapping. Yeah.
Noise broke up there.
Yeah. For some of you that haven't noticed, I haven't done no videos or anything for what, 10 days, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
I've
They're
been
ready
having
for a nickel grading video.
Yeah. I've been having problems with my internet. It's in and out, doesn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it's a mess. It's the type of internet I got way out here in the country. So
Mine's been quirky the past few days.
I was really reluctant about starting a stream tonight because I know how my internet can be. So we're just going to go with this and deal with it. See what
Stop
happens.
using.
Here you go.
Another one?
Another one tonight.
No.
Yeah, dude. That's number 7 this year.
I just don't see him being found that often. I mean, I watch these coin groups on Facebook that are showing off their finds, and honestly, I think a lot of people just don't even know about these.
So that puts my my stack up to 4 now on these.
All right, CJ, you're showing off the coin. Talk about it so people know.
So what's commonly found in the 1996 Denver is what we call lathe lines. The idea is that they created the dies with the obviously on a lathe, and when they hubbed the die, it was, as far as I understand, a particularly strong strike which retained the lines in the die. So when they're striking coins, those lathe lines that were still left on the die and impressioned into the die were then struck into the coins. So you can find these coins that have what we call lathe lines from when they created the die.
And that one's a pretty nice extreme one. There's at least, what, 7 to 9 lines on
Yeah,
that.
I counted 7.
Yeah, there's several different dies you see it on, and it comes down to the depth of the lines. Sometimes you just have 1 or 2. More line seems to be more valuable.
Yeah.
Grade.
What was I doing? There it is.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good one.
Ain't that pretty?
That's a Sharpie.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the doubling on that. How extreme it is.
Let's see what's in front of me here. Let's see. Is this it? And look at this instead of my notes from the show. That's not it. What's this one?
That's a coin with a missing mint mark. That's got to be rare.
That is. Here we go. I gave away a D over S today in the big show. So we'll have to work on the S over D next. These are far more scarce than the D over S. Neat one. There it is. You got the vertical line of the D here. This is the serif sticking out. And the rest of the D would be right in here. And that's an S over D mint mark on a 1954 nickel. All D, Breeze.
That is so nice.
Look, I'm showing stuff off. I'm trying not to show them me eat.
There we go.
Sure.
There. Yeah, I've been working on pictures the last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
What a pain in the butt that process is.
Oh, God. You got to have all the die markers, as many as you can possibly show, clear, side-to-side clear. Are we going to get the size of the photos right? Oh, God. This is killing me.
Yeah, it's taken me 30 to 40 minutes for one coin.
Yeah, we settled on JPEG as the way to save them. PNG isn't going to cut it. Just too damn slow to send those photos.
So I got a bunch of them done already in different folders so they don't get mixed up. But man, I tell you what, it's a pain, but I'm having fun because I'm also learning about the coin and the die markers and the attribution portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got stuff I haven't even attributed yet. I just know it's a DDR or it's a DDO.
Close enough. It's a start. As long as you got to
So-
identify it, you got a chance. So what we got to do is train them up to be able to identify it and know what the difference is between a double die or an RPM and machine doubling. That's a challenge.
And then the die markers.
Yeah, there's people out. We got to get them past. Is this damage or is it a mint? Did they print it wrong? We got to get them past that first. We got a long way to go.
What's going on, Cajun? Yeah, Cajun, I've been having problems with my internet, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to support a show or not. So we're just going to roll with it and see what happens.
Mhm.
I haven't seen no problems yet. So we're just going to roll with it until my internet decides to crap out on me.
Unplug and
Yeah.
replug your modem and router. Let's see if that helps.
The majority of my problem, Raymond, is the type of internet I got. It's what is called line of sight. And I got a dish antenna on my house that points to a big tower, and it picks up the signal. Well, if I have big storms come in and stuff, and the wind moves that dish, even a fraction on my end, that's miles at the tower. So,
Well, what about like a cloud of locusts? Would that affect it, or does the signal go through a cloud of locusts?
that I could not tell you. I haven't seen no locusts here yet to test that theory.
Okay, well, glue one to your satellite. See what that does.
Yeah.
See if it bakes them off, or sometimes they explode.
Yeah.
It's a microwave.
Yeah. The nice thing about it is we got a company out here. It's OEC, and it's the Electric Co-op. It's who services my electricity. out here. I'm in the country. I'm miles from anywhere. But they are going through the time and expense, and they're putting fiber in.
Yeah, huh?
So they've already got 9,000 people hooked up to it, I think. And they're slowly making their way to my area. All the wires and everything have been run. They just got to hook it up to the house and turn it on. But they're not in my area yet. But they're working their way at a very slow pace.
You know,
God
they're
bless.
whip on them.
But as soon as that fiber gets here, I am not going to have any problems with the internet. Unless a telephone pole blows over and takes the line with it.
When they bury that fiber,
Yeah, from the pole to the house will be buried. Since the electric company owns all the telephone poles, they hired a contractor and they ran the line along the telephone poles.
that's odd. Fiber moves in the wind, it tends to crack.
Yeah. I don't know what they're...
They usually bury that. Unless they got a demodulator, switching it from a light signal to an electronic and sending that along the wire, but that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. I just want it.
Okay, wait for it.
Yep, wait for it.
Oh,
So, yep, I am looking forward to that. And I'm going to get 50 times the speed for half the cost.
Yeah. Geez, when I grew up, we had a long distance phone call from Bangor, Maine to Omaha, Nebraska, and you had to yell into that phone to hear them. What? What?
And
What?
and
What?
and when the string broke between the cans, you guys were in trouble.
No. My grandmother was in Columbia Falls, and that was 85 miles, and you could barely hear them on long distance. But when they started coming up with the fiber optic, it got a whole lot better. By the time 1985 come around, it was just like talking like right here. Then they broke up Ma Bell. You got 37 different companies all vying for your long distance service. And they didn't all serve the same area, right? So we went with RCI because their monthly bill was less. But one guy called home and they didn't service that area, so they had to switch to AT&T. So then you have the switching service fee for that call is like $14. And all that money we saved by going to RCI, forget it. You know, one phone call and it was over. So we called them up, said the worst things about their mothers and canceled service, went back to AT&T. That was a freaking disaster, that whole thing. Leave Ma Bell alone. Did anyone have a rental phone in their house? We had one growing up. You couldn't buy a phone until what, 75, 76? Now, my grandmother had a party line, and you'd answer that depending on the ring. There were 3 people on her phone line. Yeah, but you had to rent the phone. It was like $6 a month to rent a phone. You got like a 4-foot cord on it.
My goodness.
So that was in the hallway. By 78, I think we had a 15 or 20-foot cord. You could take it upstairs. You take it to the dining room. You take it in the living room. When I was in high school, I got a cordless phone. This thing weighed like 14 pounds, but you could take it out to the porch. You could walk around the garage. It was brilliant.
hey, Blues, I shared a window.
Oh, there we go. Yep, there it is. All right.
Square O.
Square O.
So then we look at the second A in America.
Yeah, so we're going to look at the second A in America and see if there's anything there. And I should have that little piece that sits right here on the top side. No repunching in the date, which means that it's a snow 2.
There you go.
Was that another cherry pick?
Oh, you better believe it. Yes, sir. That was, I stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure that I won that one. And I won it.
Have you put together an emission sequence yet on the 58s?
On the what?
An emission sequence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow. There we go. Let me move this plate out of the way.
Robert Johnson says I'm showing my age.
Oh, party lines and all. Okay, here we have the 1804 half cents, right? And this is them. You got all the varieties that Cohen has picked out. He's got his obverse varieties. He's got the reverse varieties. And that's all well and good. All right, but it's which obverse is paired with which reverse. And this is effectively your emission sequence. Let's go back to 1804. There it is. So you got obverse number 1 with reverse A, which is the reverse of 1803. And then you got the second 1803 obverse with the 1804 date paired with the A. So that's Cohen 1 is this pairing. This is Cohen 3 because Cohen 2, I guess, was over here. You got the first press, the second press. Which die pair comes up with which, and you can see it. This was in service with that one, then this one, then they changed out the obverse, then they changed out the reverse, then they changed out the obverse, and the reverse, and the reverse, and the reverse, then the obverse. And then
I think Snow already did that.
Okay, good. Well, if he hasn't, we will. Another thing he's got is the keys to varieties. Like section 1, check. This would be like a flow chart. Check the O. If it's square, proceed to level 2. If it's not square, proceed to level 6 or whatever. So you can do the a diagnostic tool that way. It'll be handy. That's the kind of stuff that's out there. Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Snow has an emission chart for the 56s.
That'd be a whole lot easier. By the time you get to 58, what do you got? A few million. They got hundreds of dies.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, I'm eating a Big Mac.
Isn't that one that's made out of plant, is it?
I don't know, but it's good.
Man, I had a burrito.
It could be made out of feet, and I'd eat it right now. I'm so hungry.
Feet?
Feet.
Good Lord.
Oh, goodness.
It happens.
It happens.
Look at this stuff. Well, that's not it.
Yeah. I did homemade spaghetti tonight. And I learned a lesson. If you add too much oregano to the sauce, it really takes the flavor of the sauce to a whole new level of yuck.
What?
You screwed up your spaghetti last time you made it.
There's no such thing as too much oregano.
Yeah, this was way too much oregano. This was.
Did you go oops when you put it in?
No, I kind of went, I wonder if that's enough and added more.
What was it
That's what
you
happened,
did
y'all.
last time? You did something. You screwed it up last time you made it. I can't remember, but it was hysterical.
You want to trick? Scoop in some grape jelly into your spaghetti sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people doing that.
Yeah, I do that with meatballs, especially. Oh, baby, that's good.
Yeah, people would do that with those little tiny, the little tiny wieners. They'll crock pot them with barbecue sauce and grape jelly.
Yep, Well, it's the sugar, and you want to get that above 240 degrees. It starts to caramelize and really change the flavor, and it gets rich. And I'm gonna make some right now.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
But the gelatin also helps to give it some extra added thickness, and it'll stick to everything. Dude, the cleanup's a bear, but it's good. It's worth it. It's good eating.
I make little meatballs at Christmas time, like little, that you can just stick a toothpick in, and I use grape jelly and barbecue sauce, and oh, that's so good.
There you go.
I make them in a crock pot.
Yeah, I'll go to my brother's house for Thanksgiving. His wife's making a ham. She's been cooking that for 2 days already. And she says, "Can you make a glaze?" Okay, let's see what we got. Open up the fridge, open up the cabinet, start pulling out raisins and whatever else I can find. Whip together a glaze. Here's some vanilla. Here's some brown sugar. Whatever we come up with. And it's usually pretty good. Made it one year, it was so darn good, and the ham was so darn foul. I just ate the glaze, like soup.
I had to say hi. Cajun said hi. Melissa said hi. Hi. Sorry, I'm stuffing my face right now, and I have special sauce all over my fingers, so I can't type.
Sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles, relish.
And Brian Hooper is out for the night, so I appreciate you coming in for a bit and sitting a spell. So you have a good
hi, Hooper.
What kind of barbecue sauce you use?
Whatever's cheapest.
You don't make your own?
I do when I make my country style ribs, but for those little meatballs, I don't, because I just put all kinds of stuff in it never comes out the same.
Yeah.
All right.
I get the cheapest stuff in a bottle, and then I add spices to it and make it my own.
Doctor it.
Yep, doctor it up.
Doctor it up.
That KFC Masterpiece is pretty good. I use Bubba's. Get it by the gallon jug. Just use it on everything. Throw it in the beans.
Blues, you're muted.
No, he's not.
I can't hear him.
He's not talking.
Yeah, he was talking. Oh, what am I? Never mind. I'm watching the show.
Oh, Paula.
I'm looking at the show. I'm like, Blue's mouth is moving, but there's nothing coming out. I have it muted.
He's looking at his chops from all that oregano.
Yeah, all talking about meatballs and those tiny little sausage hot dog. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah, we just had some of those little cocktail weenies or whatever they are, the Smokies, little Smokies.
Yeah.
That's not on my screen. There's a spot in your wall behind your head. I'm trying to wipe it off my screen.
Oh, the red spot. Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah, right, that one.
That one right there? Yeah, I got another one right below it.
Oh, now I got to clean up part of the screen.
There's a funny story to this.
Oh, man.
When we bought the house, the guy repainted.
Pink?
And he put a nice, off color in here, and it looks really good. But I was back there, and I was doing something, and I was picking at the wall for some reason. And the paint was peeling away from it, and I just kept peeling it away, and now I got pink spots.
Oh, geez.
So I'm taking, this might have been his daughter's room at one time, or at least I'm hoping his daughter's room.
You never know.
Yep, I got two little spots behind me.
Yep, I keep trying to wipe them off my screen.
So what I missed, I saw you showing something, Ken. You were showing something old.
When?
Just right before I came in, you were showing different reverses on something.
Something, are we showing that?
No, before that.
Before
No,
that.
the book. He was talking about emission charts for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the half cents that Cohen did 35 years ago, 37, probably 40 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We need to rewrite that with a lot of the modern stuff because the diagnostics need to be put out there so people can find them. People can understand what the heck is it? Why is it MD and not, frigged up, not machine damage? Or no, wait. Why is it MD and not a double die?
There you go, Paula.
What? Oh, nice. Who's
On the
that? Is that yours, Blues?
That's blue.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Did you just find that?
I found it in a box that I had sitting on the desk.
That you forgot you had? So was it somebody sent it to you, or was it one that you found that you were like, I need to look at that again, or?
No, it was one I found coin roll hunting, and I stuck it in the flip, and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's the
I
key?
know. I know where you're going now.
yeah, and then it ended up in one of these boxes on the desk back here, and yeah, I'm going through them boxes, trying to get stuff cleaned up and put away, and
Yeah.
Man, I thought a whole
Yep.
heap of freaking pennies there earlier. There's got to be 5,000 pennies in there. I don't know what it is.
Oh, good Lord.
I'll take them.
Hey, Ken, that was the buffalo that you got from Shay, huh?
It's a Jefferson.
No, the buffalo that you gave away tonight.
Yeah, I've had that for a few years.
Yeah, the one that I bid on, and then you bid over me.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
something.
about killed you on that one.
Sorry.
I thought I recognized it.
All right, come on. Get a hold of this new guy, JB somebody. By email.
Yeah, you know what? That buffalo, that is so sweet.
Well, I looked up PCGS on PCGS's website, and that is going for more than $125.
Is it?
Yeah, just saying.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's in there. It works.
Yeah, I think they've got one for 139 and one for something else more than that in MS65.
Oh, let's see. There's PCGS.
I know if I had that coin, I would send it in to be graded and attributed and slabbed so it stayed right.
It would probably qualify if you got it for like a nickel, but the cost of certification is going to be what, 60, 70 bucks? Well, the guy who won has got a chance because he got it for, nothing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense for me to do it because I could not recover that investment.
Yeah.
one nickel.
I would do it because it'll be my own personal collection.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
38D over S. Is the right one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look at that. No, it's solid. All right, in 65, they go on 100 to 145. 66, which I think this one could pass. Yeah, a little more, perhaps.
Okay, the 65 plus was what I was looking at. Okay.
Somewhere around here. All right, and this one's going to start to get tough, but I think this might have a chance of getting there. But
I think it's a good candidate.
It's a gamble because it'll probably get this at least, and I can't justify the expense.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got a couple thousand of them out there. Yeah, let's see. The top grade 68. Have you got a picture of that one? That one for 8,200. Let's see if we got a picture.
Nice.
I just thought that the strike on that was so strong. That's what.
Yeah, it's a clean. It's clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. They got 16. They got 119 pages. Okay, the hell with this.
I mean, you could almost see the pucker in his butthole. Pretend I didn't just say that.
I didn't. I just ignore anything I don't believe in.
Well, okay.
Winner.
Just ignore it.
Coin Dragon's wings are hot, or not at all. Turn them over, nuke them for another 18 minutes. They'll be hot. What's this?
Oh, is that for your coins, DJ? For a Christmas
that's
ornament?
that's the kind of the idea. is to take something like this and then like slap a coin in it.
I like that.
Yeah, I
No.
can't wait for them to start selling so I get my royalties.
Right. So the best thing is that I can take any design of any snowflake and then transfer it to 3-dimensional.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's that copper color, and it's nice.
So I did pick up some
Hey,
translucent.
that would be great for your snow varieties.
So I'm gonna have copper, silver, and translucent.
Very cool. There you go. No, that coin would not go in one of those. As much as I love them and love CJ. I love that shield though, CJ, and let me tell you, my grandson thinks that is the coolest thing
Yep.
ever. And my son came out right away and said, you should have SJ pour that in silver.
Okay, this is FS512. The D over S. You see it peeking out right up at the top right, and a little bit of S down here, and this is clearly the S in the middle. Nothing on the bottom.
Yeah.
But to go around and scour this thing for, minutia, this is what you're looking at. You'll see a few tiny contact marks. But look at the fields. Look at that. That is sharp and crisp and clear. You got his eyeball, ear, horn. All the wrinkles on his back are sharp.
And they're not going to be looking at it even
No.
even to go high MS grade, they're not going to be looking that close.
No, they got a 7X is all.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a winner.
Okay. Let's look at the other side. Let's zoom out so we can see the darn thing for real.
All right.
There it is. But
Oh yeah. Look at the braid. That's very nice.
this one is superb.
Indeed.
Is it going to get 66? Maybe. I've got only a spattering of contact marks. There's one here in his hair. All right. You got a couple little ones. They're tiny. 65? Yes, easily. I'd have to check and see if that's a contact or what. But it's got it, baby.
Yeah.
That's a superior. What's this? What is that bit?
Maybe a clash.
I'm gonna look. Where's my loop?
Here we go. Loop de loop.
Loop. Follow Loopy.
I am loopy. I am loopy. My problem is I got a steroid shot in my shoulder day before yesterday, and it's kept me up for 2 nights. My shoulder feels great, but my sleep cycle is screwed up.
Messed up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a clash from his hind leg.
Yeah, I went to bed at what, 1:30 last night, and I laid in bed and stared at the clock till 3 and said enough of this and got up until just after 6. And then I went to bed again.
Yeah, they say you should do that. If you lay in bed for more than an hour and can't fall asleep, you should get up but I laid in bed all night and just watched TV. I watched women killing their husbands and stuff on the ID channel.
You like that sort of thing?
I like that show. I like those crime shows and stuff, the real crime shows. I do. I like those. At one point, I wanted to be like a detective, but my dad was a cop for 25 years, and he kind of steered me away from that direction.
Yeah. My old man worked in a bakery. He was a mechanic. He didn't have to do anything all day. But if something broke down, he had 7 minutes to fix it, or all the bread in the oven is going to start burning up. So the general plan was keep a backup motor. There we go. That's it. Keep a backup motor, and he could rip a motor off and put a new motor in 6.5 minutes.
Wow.
You know,
That'll work.
4 bolts and a belt, no problem at all. Here you go. And then he'd spend the rest of the week fixing that first motor. Yeah, but geez, so he'd have 1,500, 2,000 loaves of bread in the oven.
If it's anything like my shop, it's only a 6-minute job, but it takes 14 hours to find the right tool.
Yeah. Oh, geez, we've been there.
And if it's a 10 millimeter, forget it. Not one to be found.
Yeah.
Those things disappear fast.
Oh, I had to get in to inspect a filtrate tank up at the plant one day. Me, of course, you got to have a couple people because one's going to watch the hole. You got to have another person outside just in case something happens. He goes for help, and I'm going to go and inspect. But we got to wait for these blasters. They're pressure washing guys because they're blasting out some of these pipes that are leading into this vessel. All right, so he said, just wait here, and we'll let you know when they're done. So we waited, and lunch came, and we went to lunch and came back and waited some more. And, we're doing 12-hour shifts. And, eventually we went home. And we came in the next day. They said, well, we had a problem there. We're going to get you in there as soon as we can. Just wait right here. All right. So we waited and waited. Here comes break. We go to break and come back, and we waited. Go to lunch, come back. Check with the guys. How they doing? Oh, no, they got some more stuff they got to work on. So just wait. Okay, we'll be right over here. And we're waiting. Go home. Come back the next day. We waited for 3.5 days to get into that tank just to inspect it. Right. Finally, the pressure guys are done. They said, okay, we're ready for you. Get in there. We suit up and go on in. I look around. There's not a thing wrong with it. The brick is solid. It's tight. It's fresh. It's in great shape. The depth is perfect, right? These things got to wear down in time, and when the brick gets to a certain thickness from wear, you got to replace the brick. But this is, it's all 4 inches thick. It's not a problem. So I'm in there for 15 minutes. I crawl out. I said, "Yep, it's good." Sign off on it, and that was that. 3.5 days for a 5-minute job. Well, that's the story.
That's a story.
That's the whole of it. It's not that exciting. Mostly we just read magazines.
That sounds about right. Wait all that time just to look at something and go, yep, no problem. Keep going.
Yeah, we got 3 guys waiting for 3.5 days for a job that was done in 15 minutes.
Sounds like government work.
Pardon?
Sounds like government work.
It does.
Pretty much. It's not far from it. Geez, they make $1 million a day on the phosphate rock they dig out of the ground up here. Okay, we got to get this stuff packed up. I got to get some clips and a box to put everything in. Let's see. Oh, there's a box. Let's put it in there.
Hey, Dragon, you find any more 1984 double ears? Shut up, CJ.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, they probably found like 9 more of them.
Of course he did.
Hey Paula, I did come across some interesting things though.
Uh-oh. Am I gonna hate you?
I don't know, maybe.
I
Oh.
find it best if you do.
Oh, I saw you talking about those.
Although,
They are packs of 12 BU presidential dollars in capsules.
Oh, they're in capsules?
Yeah, they come in capsules.
Shut the front door. Where did you get those?
So I have 4 of them, and then I also picked up one of these. George Washington $25 roll.
you can open up and look.
Nope.
Nope.
Thought about it.
Wow. Didn't you
But,
say you want to put an album together?
Yeah, I gotta check them, but I'm gonna have a lot more than what I can fill an album for. So one of the rolls kind of split open. It was
That's
taped,
amazing.
and it's so this is a James Madison.
Where the heck? I wonder where that came from originally.
There you go.
Already in the capsules.
And they all come in capsules. As far as I can tell, these are all Philadelphia, which is a whole thing in itself because
We don't get these.
I can't get Philadelphia if my life
Right.
depended on it.
No.
So,
That's amazing.
all right, so I got some stuff.
Hey, keep an eye out for a set of those shield coins.
Okay.
Like nice ones if you can find any. I'll put the ones that I have. I'm
which
missing.
ones do you
I'm
need?
missing two, but I want to get nice.
Which two?
Oh gosh, let me go.
There they are.
But the ones I have are crappy. I want to get some nice ones to put in the big shield, and then I'll put the other ones in the little one.
I don't think so, Dragon.
I gotta find where it is. Morgan, do you know where that shield with the coins is?
I'm dropping. That was the focus.
Yeah, shake it.
So I am missing I'm missing the bottom one and the one to the right of it.
So the 20 pence and the 50
Yeah.
pence.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the two I'm missing.
Okay. Because I have like 4 more of the 5 pence, and I think I might have an extra 20 pence.
Let's see. Okay. I have the 10 pence and the 5 pence that I have are pretty nice, of course.
Okay.
But the two copper color ones, the 2 pence and the 1 penny the 10 pence and the 5 pence are nice that I have, but the 2 pence and the 1 penny are, the copper color ones are kind of crappy. But yeah, the bottom one and the one I pointed out to you, whatever it is, the 20 pence.
This one, yeah, the 20 and the 50.
Yeah.
I know I don't have any more 50, but I think I have an extra 20.
Okay.
Let me check.
Hey, welcome, Rita Dad.
Just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
If you see anybody that you hear of anybody that's got a nice one set for sale, or if you see any that, just let me know because I want to put a nice one together for Talon. So.
All right. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that.
Those are the coolest. That was such a great idea.
There's Ken's mess.
Oh, yeah, packing it up.
He's been so good, though. He's been every show for like the last month. He's been packing it up right after the show. So
Well, I don't have any room on the desk otherwise, so I got
know.
Damn. You know? Yeah,
Hey, CJ, D. Reese is asking about those shields.
there's no room here.
He made them,
The
D-Reed.
shields I 3D
Halfway
print.
up over here.
Jeez.
That's the really, 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 really important box right there.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's probably full of 14Ds. You don't even know it.
I don't know what's in there. It's stuff.
He 3D prints those, D. Reese. He makes them in the bigger size and the smaller size, and they both fit those coins, and they're fantastic. And they fit so good, like they don't move.
I can't pick these little ones up.
I don't know how you did that, CJ, where they're super easy to get in, but you can like turn it over and everything and they don't fall out.
Right. That's the idea.
Yeah. Well, it worked.
That's the kind of the purpose of them.
No, I mean, I
The,
kind of expected them to be like hard to get in. Like I would have to like really press them in there.
So the
Or just hit it
one
with a
that
hammer.
I am worried about is actually this 50 pence right here.
Well, that's one I don't have that one.
Specifically because I have this gap right in here. And I
Oh,
don't like it. On the 20 pence, I added a little edge right down here to hold this in, but I might have to, I mean, you guys can see how
yeah.
fine that gap is, and that gap bothers me. So I might go in and just edit this form so that it fills that gap up a little bit more, but otherwise it works great.
Yeah, it works great. I agree, Mike. Well, he does sell them. That's where I got mine. I got connections, but not that kind of connections.
That's a pretty interesting idea there, Mike. CJ, you might want to get a hold of one of those off-the-wall British mints that puts sets together.
Well, so when those sets are usually sold, when they're sold in actual sets, they come with basically a cardboard, version of this where they all fit together. But I wanted something, something else.
Put those on eBay under the same listing where they sell those shield coins.
There you go.
And maybe.
You won't be able to print them fast enough,
right? Somebody goes on there, wants to buy that set, and
100 available.
And they see that
4 weeks for
order.
shipping.
Oh, I gotta have one of those.
I gotta clean my desk first.
Can't wait to see them on the flag. What flag?
So the original design of these, this piece, this raised piece, other than the racetrack that I have, was the first part of it. And that part of it is actually going to set in to the Union Jack flag that I'm going to print. So that it looks like it's got the flag and the royal crest all in one piece. So and it's going to be, as far as size, it's going to be about yay big. So picture something like that.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I want an American flag that'll hold a ASE.
I can do that.
They got them. I found one that it's like a, what the heck is it? No, it's a happy graduation, right?
Yeah, I know. I have one that Amanda got me for my granddaughter when she was born.
I actually have an ASE that I could use as a template.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, man.
Magic.
They got it with the ASE for like $99. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, this is just a Commandant Eagle. Great shape.
Yeah.
$25, and they want $100 for the whole thing.
I know. Amanda got it. I think she got him at her coin shop for a really good price, but that was sweet of her to do that. But yeah, I definitely want, I mean, if we're going to have Great Britain coins, we got to have something to put our ASE in.
What's that?
Actually, and that gives me, another idea to put in these cases, because I've got some other cases that I could do something like that with, to give it some kind of protection.
Hey, Ken.
I want a wavy flag though.
That's an old one. The old
That's
style.
it, Blues. That is the best. I love your logo. You need one of those 3D printed so you could put a coin in the middle of it.
It's like he's wearing a cone of silence on his head.
That's my old logo. That's my new one. If it'll focus.
Yeah, that one's official, but I like your old one. I have a special place in my heart for your little stick man.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have one.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'll put it in the box I'm sending you.
I'm putting your proof sets together, believe it or not. Slowly. I only have like 2 left to put together, so and then I'll let you know.
Did you happen to look for the ones that I asked you about?
Who, me? Oh, the quarter ones. That's right. No,
So there's a start.
no, because I got going on CFA. You know, we got I getting my little link war there. And then Ken, and yeah. No, I didn't. I'm making excuses. I just didn't. But I will.
Because I had this idea.
I know I have one. I know I have one.
Okay, because I'm looking specifically for 2004, 2005.
Okay.
I think. Hold on.
Let me go in right now and see what I got.
Gotta check my notes because I always write notes.
I wrote notes, then I lose them.
That's because you write them on little pieces of paper. 2003, 2004. That's what I need.
Let me look.
I keep them in my book. So I have all my notes.
Oh shoot! I gotta move this.
I gotta get organized.
Yeah, so I picked up these at Staple. They come on a 3-pack and they're like $3 or something like that. But then if you want to go on the cheap side, then dollar store, and you just grab one of these because the cover, it doesn't matter. And yeah, there you go.
Well, I'd want a red one for pennies.
It's fine. You can do whatever you want. Just saying.
Oop.
I know. I
think
got a shelf like thing to go over my toilet. I put it together last night, and now I've got it leaning up against this, and I hope it doesn't.
So you're broadcasting from the bathroom?
That's fine.
My bedroom.
You have a toilet in your bedroom?
I do.
It's getting weird real quick.
Let's get
The bathroom in my bedroom. You weirdo.
You have a bedroom in your bathroom?
I have a bathroom in my bedroom. Stop it.
I woke up in a bathtub once back in college.
Quit picking on me.
I think we all know that story because we all lived it.
Oh, I was right.
What?
I was right.
About what?
What's that? They call them
The
cents.
copper? It's copper.
It's copper.
Okay. S-Mint?
So, no, it's a Philadelphia. But I saw the color. The color is a little bit more yellow than the copper ones that I find. Focus.
So what you have is what? You know what it is.
So this is I pulled this out of the box tonight, and this is like more red, kind of brown, and this is more yellow. So this is the 2009 commemorative coins that they minted from the original, using the original formula for the copper, and they should weigh 3.1 grams.
What else do we know about that coin now?
Satin finish.
Satin finish. Correctamundo. You pass.
Yay.
I was right. I was like, that's odd.
Anytime you say, that's funny, look harder.
Yeah. I say that with every coin. Then I go, that's crap.
So the only problem is that it's got the roll mark on the front, but I don't care because I found this in a box. That's interesting.
Well, I lied, I guess. I thought I had one.
That's interesting. It was one of those things that like I had kind of figured that I would come across eventually, but it was just one of the things in the back of my head.
I picked a couple patents out of collections that were in. They'd been stuck into album
So these are all the rest of them, and these are more of a kind of a reddish. These, and this one's like just more yellow. Yeah, you can see the difference between these two.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. That would be the first one.
Yeah, and
I'm
see,
I'm okay with that.
and I'm still separating that $50 bag of pennies I got from the coin machine. And I haven't even started going through these yet. I'm still separating.
Because I don't
But
see it. on
The
here.
the darn things are still are all full. Just too much work.
Yeah, I found a medium flat rate box full of pennies. I don't know what the first thing about it.
Was it one for the big show?
No, it's just sitting over here on the floor. It's in the pile of packing materials on the floor at the bottom, covered up. Okay, now I got to find out what those are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2009.
All right, you guys hang out for a minute. I'm going to go fill this up.
You're
with
not
some-
the boss of me.
Yeah, I am.
All
Well, tell me
right.
what to do.
He's
this is
been
a-
bossy in his old age.
I'll be back in a minute. I got to get fresh coffee.
All right, bye.
3.1 gram. Yeah, I like this. This is good.
What'd you get?
Well, that thing.
What's that?
The thing
Yeah.
with, the thing.
The thing that weighs more than what it should because it's a specific coin, not just a standard circulation strike.
Well, I don't have one, CJ. I'm thinking that I probably gave it to my grandson. That's probably why I can't find it.
Okay, that's fine.
You know I had one.
No
but,
problem. No problemo.
Man, I have a lot of proof and mint sets. Oh my gosh, and uncirculated sets and what the heck?
Have a sale.
Huh?
Have a sale.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Keep
Sing,
the best, sell the rest.
you don't own me. Okay,
I
how
like
about
that song.
Frank?
I
Frank
like that song. That's one of my favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
D Reese, just email me about the shield, man. Because I have, I wasn't anticipating to. I actually had a strong response on those,
To say the least.
to say the least, and I was not prepared. I was not prepared.
I found my W quarter.
Yeah, hidden.
It was down in my box of one of my box of proof set. I should just sit here and get. I should sit here and get Blue's thing together.
Got that song stuck in my head now.
I know. Oh, these are pretty 66 mint sets. SMS sets. Ooh,
There's
those are
big show.
pretty. Those are pretty. I should turn my camera on.
Dude, my desk is jacked again. Is jacked.
My covered in shite. SMS?
Yeah, man.
Do some out of coffee.
Liz,
Yeah.
you need a 66 SMS set? $8 make you holla. I have them marked for 9, but I guess I'll do for 8.
What do I get for $5?
Dollar make you holla. Me love you long time.
Hey, Marcel,
Okay.
how many copper rounds did you agree on sending him for his Fujio scent?
Oh, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4. What I'll send him a roll.
There you go.
Do you need one of those Blues, or do you want just the proof set?
Yeah, I need them all, but I had to do a refund on an order I sent out, and it drained my PayPal.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'll still put them aside for you, and just let me know when you are ready.
So I'm in the process of rebuilding my PayPal back up, so I have some expendable money to spend.
Just let me know. These are some nice. These are 92s.
So of course now that means that that I got to go through all of this and weigh it.
I probably should look at these before I start selling them.
Oh,
No, you don't want to look at them.
Well, at least check the varieties.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't checked any of these. I see 2009, and if they look pretty good, then I just set them aside, and I've basically been hoarding these for like 2 years. Dang it!
Now you got to go through them and weigh them.
Man, they really should have come up with a better design for these boxes, though. You got to be so careful with them.
Yeah, you shove it in one side, you push it out the other.
I know.
What's the best sell out of that whole show, CJ? Mike Badger asked you a question.
That was the best sellout of that whole show. Oh, the shields. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm up to speed.
Blues, I'll just put the ones that years that I have, I'll just put them aside, and you just let me know. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And then I'll sell off the rest. 87. Did you ever find that 81 box or whatever, Ken?
Nope. So I got this proof set going out. This guy's stuff here. It's an 81 box with 1980 coins. Oh well, that's it. There goes.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now I gotta show off something here.
Nope.
That's me. Okay.
Denied.
A bunch of us roll search.
Uh-oh.
And if you're anything like the way I used to do it, anytime I come across a coin that I thought is a DDR or DDO or RPM, I just stuck on a piece of paper and then I looked at them later. It'll be no big deal to have mounds of coins on top of that thing, and it was just a mess and it was terrible. So I took, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is a craft box. It's 15 holes. They're 2x2s. So the flip hit them. And then I just took little pieces of tape and I marked each compartment. So that's my 1960s S's.
That looks familiar.
Anything that has a die crack, CUD, a Clash, a DDO.
1960S?
1960s. Any S mark in the 60s I find.
Okay, I was about to say, if that whole box is for 1960S, you could probably use it for something else.
Yeah. So when I'm going through the coins, just to get through the coins, and then I get them back to the bank and get another box, I keep them separated somewhat, and then I just slowly go through them and attribute them when I get a chance. So it's worked for me so far. I love it. I keep the dust off the coins instead of just having them sit down here like this for 2 or 3 weeks. They'll collect dust and you'll end up ruining the finish. That's my Moo coin.
Moo.
Yeah, see? It has Moo on that side, and it has Moo on that side.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's my Moo coin, and I got that in change at the store. So you just got to use what you got and think outside the box. But in my case, I've thought of inside the box.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I'll send you the royalties on that, CJ.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's not like I've been doing that for months, but it's cool.
Yeah, but you've been doing yours just for dates. I've been doing mine for variety. So it's different.
Just saying.
Just I understand. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ. It's all good. But as your knowledge in coins progresses, you start coming up with little things like that, or you remember seeing it from someone else's stream, and then you incorporate it into your own little thing. Thank you, CJ.
Uh-huh. We're back.
Anyway, see ya, Penny. That dog, that was Ammo. He's a purebred chocolate lab. I got pick of the litter when he was 8 years old, and he is service trained. He's actually my PTSD dog. So I spent 8 months in Iraq, and it was fun, but I left there with problems.
Yeah.
So he takes care of me. So I like to show him off on my stream when I'm doing them.
He's a good boy.
What's going on, Art? I saw that someone approved me for your website. I don't know if that was you or not, but appreciate you. Now I'm going to go on there and cause trouble.
Okay.
Cupcake liners. Yeah, that's also an idea. Ken likes using red Solo cups, but I use red Solo cups for different reasons.
So I'm pretty sure that I invented an EMP or something somewhere in my apartment because every single one of my watch batteries are dead. Like this one stopped. The one that I normally wear stopped at 3:05 this morning. My other one.
Was that one that you showed me last night? I haven't had changed the watch battery.
No. Like my actual wristwatch. This other one stopped at 9:47. So I have to go get some batteries tomorrow because this feels weird.
Hey, here's a little food for thought. You go into a new apartment or a rent house, or you end up buying a new house, and you're all excited about it, and you're like, okay, I need to go get 27 light bulbs to put in the sockets. When you replace all the light bulbs in your house on the same day, they pretty much all burn out on the same day. And then you're just walking into a dark house again.
Look, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that probably happened to you.
No, I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but it seems like when we lose one light bulb, the other ones are soon behind it.
Oh.
And it's not even funny, but we have to laugh at it.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
Yeah, see, I hear a kid laughing in the background.
Of course he is. Why these are not?
Here, there's something y'all could stare at.
Why these are not in?
Car.
Don't start bringing out the.
Dang it. Bring my watch tools out. my watches here. Don't have any batteries because reasons.
Reasons.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, we always have at least 2, maybe 3 boxes of light bulbs here because we just don't know.
Well, I just take them from the rooms I use least, put them in the room that just blew.
It's one for you, Art. I can't. It's not gonna.
39 SOS, RPM number 2, MS65 Red NX.
Nice.
Art likes those RPMs.
What, we're gonna show off slabs now?
No. If I would, I have one I could show off though. This was my best cherry pick ever.
Oh, okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
9 over inverted 9.
Yeah. 1809. AU50. That was my best cherry pick ever.
That's my newest pickup.
Somebody's gonna get this as soon as I get around to it.
What's that? Oh, you're Indian? Yeah. Not
Yeah.
me.
He still calls it his Indian because it's at his place.
I know. It won't be me.
I try to use the indirect article, the Indian.
The Indian, yeah. But
Our Indian? It still belongs to the community, right? So it's our, technically, it's our Indian.
Maybe it'll be Jeff Stanley's Indian.
Cutie Cat will probably win that too.
Hey, that'd be a good month.
Man, I'm telling you. It's funny too, because you think about, that's one of those times when you look at like the 1909 SVDB, how there's so many more, survival, the survival estimate, there's so many more on those and the mintage and everything else. And you look at the 1907 proof that you have Indian Head Penny and how many less there are surviving, and yet it's, less valuable.
Aren't that many collectors of proof Indian pennies?
Yeah, and it's
there's a wide open field of coins that are terrifically undervalued.
I know. That's one of them. Definitely.
Okay, what do we got here? There's the coin check collect. There's the checklist. All right, 1909S, 180,000 survivors. SVDB, 50,000 survivors. Flying Eagle, Indian Cents. Let's see, 1907 proof, 1,475 produced. That's it. And this will go for, $325, maybe $350.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, those are like holy grails to your collection.
Yeah, you want a holy grail in your wheat set? Go after those. Matte proofs. Those are freaking gorgeous, and they can be had for less than 500 in some cases. And there's none of them, dude. These are a steal. They're a bargain at any grade.
Yeah.
Those 1916s, 225 figure you remain. Probably the rest have been lost into circulation. And then, melted down, used for fishing bait.
Mm-hmm.
They use them as a fuse in an old house in the 30s. Yeah, those are exquisite pieces. But the SVDB has all the hype.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I get it, I guess, but
You want a full set of wheats? You got to have it. And there's a lot of people that want a full set of wheats. So
that's another thing. You want a full set of Indian Head Pennies, you have to get the 1877. Good luck with that.
You got 1,000 of those. Yeah, watch this. On the Lincoln, there you had 50,000 surviving specimens on the SVDB. This is the 2 cents. right? All of them. Large, small motto, right? All the dates, fancy 5, plain 5, the 67 DDO. I don't have dive varieties in here. Those 73 proofs. Total, 61,000.
Yeah.
There's almost as many SVDBs as there are 2 cents. Really, there's 61,000 of these. What's the 14D surviving population? 1914D on the
Good night,
Lincoln.
Del.
120,000. You have twice as many 1914D Lincoln cents, twice as many as all 2 centers. And you can get these for, $10 for the really scuzzy ones. 15, 20 for a decent one. 40 to 50, maybe 60 for an XF. These are bargains. They're incredibly few and far between. And 64 is the most common one. 65 is right after it. And between them, you got 40,000. So all the rest of these make up the remaining 20,000 coins. These are rarities, right? Especially if you got a 7 on there, grab it. Right? You get 8 or a 9 on there, grab it. Couple thousand. They should be way higher in value than this. Seated half times. You can get these for $15 sometimes. How many surviving specimens on the entire series? 67,000.
I love those.
You got a lot of dates in there. Let me count this. Let's see.
The seated dimes and the seated half dimes.
You get 79 of the darn things. So typically less than 750 is your expected surviving population. You get a few of them with a few more, but most of them under 1,000. Under 1,000, and you can pick them up for $20.
And you can find some nice dye varieties on those.
Yep.
Not to mention the clashing that goes on. I mean, come on.
Shield nickels, you got 300,000 surviving there. That's wonderful. Still pretty rare. Where's the count? You got 40 different dates and mint marks and proofs. Well, you
know what I don't get why the barbers are so unpopular. I don't get that.
Because they wear out so terrifically. It's a lower relief design, especially the reverse. Where's the barber halves?
But they're such a good looking coin. You get a nice one and they're such a good looking coin.
Price gets up pretty high after a while, but you got 250,000 surviving barber halves for the whole series. How many in the run?
A lot.
Now, let's see. What's the count? Count says, come on, 98 different between proofs and P, D, S, and O. Yep. And the micro O and the proofs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Low grades, yeah, they're going to go for, 10, 15, $20. Once they start climbing, oh man, that price goes through the freaking roof real quick. Let's see. Where's barber halves? There you go. Yeah, low grades, you can get them for, 20, 30, maybe 18, 17, and some of the more common, which just means they got 5,000 or 6,000 survivors. But once you get around to XF, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns in, yeah, you're talking 300, 400, 500, real easy.
Yeah.
A lot of 4 digits up here. 250, 186. I think the smallest number I see in this column is 180 so far. Yeah, 180.
I like the barber dimes.
That's not it.
Aftermath.
Barber dimes. There you go. You get about 1 million surviving specimens. And a lot of these are just wore down to nubs. There's a pawn shop nearby. He's got a bucket full of the darn things, and they're just planchets, just about. You can identify them. The edges flow all the way across, just about. You can identify that it's a barber dime. And he wants $4 a piece. I said, "Are you stoned? Are you stoned right now?" He says, "No, those are $4 a piece." Yeah, I get you $1 a piece. Oh no. Okay, man. Yeah, and you got pretty low surviving specimens on these.
Hey, Blues.
Yes, sir.
I want to run down to the store real quick, and I'll be back.
Oh,
Get some candy or something, huh?
Yeah, I gotta get pick up some stuff tonight. I'm basically babysitting my mom tomorrow, so I,
Oh,
have,
that's
to,
good.
I have to prepare myself. So I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
all righty.
All right, man.
Stay safe.
All right, thanks.
You look at the buffalo there, because you got about 1 million surviving specimens. If you add them all up, some of them are more common. Oh, the 1913 type 1. You get into the 30s, and they get up into the 40 or 150,000, 50,000. That's why these are common, right? A lot of these dates, just a few thousand. That's it. What's 1914? That gets a premium for some reason. They get 12,000 surviving there. All right. You get a 1926 S on one of these. That's a much better date. But really, 26D is even more scarce than 26S. 31S they like.
Night,
You get
guys.
12,000 of those. I think a 27 DRS would be even more popular because of their rarity. Somebody leave?
Me, I'm coming into my room.
Oh.
Yeah, some of those coins, people, I don't, they're just not understanding the rarity of them, and they're not picking them up.
Well, people start with what they can get, right? And the easiest thing to work with is what's in circulation right now. Let's see, where's the button? Where's the button?
Find the button.
There it is.
There.
So, here you go. Yeah, your Lincoln cents. Work on those memorials. You know, about a third, probably 35% of all the coins in circulation right now, pennies, are shield cents. Really? God, how awful. I feel sorry for today's people. Those things are just awful. But the memorials, you can get those all the way back to 59. You can get them in pocket change. And if you pay attention and go through a lot of boxes, you can get shiners. They'll be AU probably, but they'll have good luster. And you can get those well into the 60s. Every now and then you get lucky, and here's a really decent 1964 or something. Right? But they've made hundreds of millions of them. Where'd that, let's see, screen, scope, screenshot. Yep, there's that.
Jeff is asking where the survival numbers are coming from.
They're based on PCGS numbers and other figures we come across online. I lost my place here. Here we go. There's Lincoln's. That would come down. You know, a lot of the wheats have been taken out of circulation already. Watch this. You got 518 billion produced. Can we see the whole screen? Because I got to count over here on the right side. Let's see if we can see this little bit right here. There you go. All right. Now I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to total up just the wheat pennies out of the 518 billion. Here we go. So if it's highlighted, it's going to be in the total here. There we go. So this is all of them. Every wheat penny produced, including proofs, are 100,000 million, 25 billion. 25 billion out of 518 billion. 25 over 518. Out of all the Lincoln cents produced, less than 5% of them are wheat pennies. The other 95% are memorials and shields. And really, these numbers are not quite right because I'm missing some of the data on 1917 and 18 and 19. And are we in 20 yet? Okay. But this is the figures you're looking at for modern coinage. 7 billion, 5 billion for each year. Into the 60s, you still have hundreds of millions. Most of these are billions. Well, you can get them. That's the thing. That's why the people often start with what's available in circulation. Same with the Jefferson nickels here. Where'd you go? Ta-da! There. You get them back to 1938. You can pull 1938 Jefferson nickels out of circulation. You can get D's and S's from time to time. I used to get them all the time. Geez, I had rolls of them back in the day. And you're going to find your surviving population of these is probably 75%, really. People aren't taking nickel out of circulation to melt it down. It ain't worth it. It's getting there. But into the 60s, yeah, you got 100 billion, 100 billion, 200. No, that's million. It's a lot. The older ones, 50s, 40s. Now there, a lot of these silvers have been taken out. Watch what happens to your surviving population when you take account for silver. 1946, 161 million made, 130 million survivors. Whereas 1943, it's closer to 10% because they've been melted down. They're easy to identify and they've been melted down. These go for $1 a piece, those silvers. The rest of them in circulated condition, they go for 10 cents a piece. You got to get the BU before they become really decent. There's some better dates, 50 P and D. There it is, 2 million, 7 million. Those are your rarities for the series. But 38 D and S, they're kind of tough to get a hold of. Well, that's what they go for, and that's what they get used to. And getting people to taste a different flavor of sandwich is hard enough, right? Hey, you want to try this Vidalia onion sauce on your sandwich? No! They won't have it. They know what they're comfortable with. They are used to it. They're familiar with these Jeffersons. But getting out into something new, that's the challenge, man. Getting them to try something else. Hey, man, how'd you like to try this Indian penny? Huh? No! They don't want it. They want their wheats. And by God, that's good enough. There's so much more out there if you just want to get out there and try and see. Gosh, it's as if they're running away from it. They'll kick and scream, anything but change my comfort zone. That's why some of these series are totally neglected. Those old halftimes, right? They don't want to spend $15 on a coin. They like the wheats because they can get one decent shape for $3 or $5, and that's plenty. They got to buy diapers. You kidding? And that's where the valuable coins are. What makes a coin valuable? Rarity and condition. There's some rare Lincolns, especially when you get into high grades. The 14D is actually more valuable in high grade than the 1999 SVDB. Crazy. But, there's still tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of them. These Indian pennies, you're looking at, several thousand surviving specimens. Seriously, where'd that figure go? How many Indian pennies are left in existence? Here's a screen. You ready for this? Okay, let's see. There's your Lincolns and billions of surviving populations. The surviving population of the wheats. You ready? Let's follow this down. Let's see, what's the total there? 100,000 million, 2.5 billion surviving wheat pennies. On Indians, $25,000. No, 208,000 for Indians. 208,000. That's it? So if I added up the, let's say, 1931S and 1914D, there are more of those than the entire Indian penny series. Is that what we're saying? Yeah, that's what we're saying. Some of these dates are just plain hard to get, the proofs in particular. But you're looking at 5,000, 6,000. Same kind of numbers as on the Barber half dollars. 4, 5, 6,000. As you get into the, the later 1909 onward, it climbs barely 5, 6,000. That's it. It doesn't really climb, does it? It's because there weren't that many collectors back in the day, so the coins just didn't survive. 1900, there were 2 coin shops in the USA, 2 registered coin dealers. One guy and another guy. And I guess they did a lot of business between each other. I really don't know. 3 centers. You get 130. You got fewer 3-centers than you do Indians, and these tend to start out a little higher than Indians for sure. Where's them 20s? Where is them 20s?
Yeah, the 20 centers.
They're not. It must be somewhere else on my list. My God, they're not on my list. They could have got shoved around. I'll work on it. Seated Liberty halves. You got 133,000 surviving specimens. Capped bust halves. You actually have more of those than seated halves. Kind of funny. Standing Liberty quarters, 500,000 survivors. Let's see if that data is accurate here. Yeah, okay, that's accurate. Yeah, 500,000 survivors. Mercury dimes. These silvers, so many have been melted down. It's amazing. You got 2.6 billion produced, 1.4 million surviving. Let's see. You ready? Let's do some math. Equals that divided by that. How many survive? Let's see. What is that? 5/10,000ths of a, well, let's see. A 20th of 1%. That's nothing. They're gone. Roosevelt's 500 million survive. You want to get into rare coins? Go past the presidents. Where's a large cents? Here's braided hair large cents. 100,000 survivors. Coronet, 134. Classic heads, 27,000. You ready for this? You get into the draped bust pennies. I love these. These are just good looking coins. 44,000. Go one more. Braided hairs. No, that's half cent. Okay, I don't have those, but they shrinks off on the flowing hair in particular. Okay, braided hair half cents. 13,000 survivors. They only made them for a few years. Most of them are proofs. Classic heads, 23,000. Well, that's out of place. Let me move this over. Drake bust half cents, 9,000. If you got one, it's probably in 1804, maybe in 1806. Some of these, the surviving population is nothing. A couple of these will come across my desk. That's the kind of thing you want to hunt down. What's going to be worth more 10, 20, 30 years down the road? The rarities. I'm just saying.
Yeah. People are just not understanding. Understanding. If you just concentrate on one or two items, then you're missing out on a whole bunch of stuff.
Man, there's glorious coins out there. And gold coins, there's more of those than the early coppers.
And I'm just starting to looking at these older coins. I mean, I've been doing some cherry picking off of eBay. Great place to find them. And if you just happen to click on that at the right time, you could pick up a $40, $45 coin for $3.
Sometimes I like it when they start the bidding at $1. You just click and nobody shows up. A lot of these small sellers don't get the exposure on eBay. They don't do the volume. I mean, the guy that sells 15,000 coins a week is going to get the volume. He's going to get the exposure. He gets the lion's share of, exposure to the people out there shopping because, well, he's got more listings, because he's got more flipping, turning over. He makes more money for eBay than the guy who sells 6 coins a month. Who the hell are they going to promote? The one that's making them money. They're in it for they sift that data. They know who's making them money, and they're going to promote that. That's what they do. They look out for eBay. They're not looking out for that small seller.
Garage sales. You can find old coins at garage sales. Auctions.
Sometimes.
They're out there. You just got to look for them. And if you go to a garage sale and it's an older couple just selling off a whole bunch of stuff, ask them.
there's a good chance they don't know anything about what they got. It's just an old quarter, old dime.
You got any old?
From my grandfather, he said. The guy's 100 years old. He got it from his grandfather when he was a kid.
All right, Cajun. Have a good night. I appreciate
all that
you
time.
stopping it for a little bit. It's always a pleasure.
Good one, Mon ami. Take care, everybody. Stay groovy.
Yeah.
How do you discern whether an Indian cent is proof or not? Chances are, if it's a proof, the best chances are that it's in an auction because they tend to be pretty well known. But there are particular diagnostics to look for on those things, and there are books that will explain those diagnostics. And they're freaking 40 years out of print, which is why I'm working on the new diagnostic manual, because it needs to be, updated, better pictures, put that information out there. Yeah. Huh. There's a book just of the matte proofs on the Lincoln cents. We're talking, 7 different dates. Got a whole book on it. Yeah. And if you could use that book to pick one out, it pays for that book 10 times over.
Yep. If you know
Some people spend more money on Starbucks coffee than some coins are worth, and they gripe about $3 gas. Some of these coins can be had for nothing. And if you know what to pick out, and if you know what markers to look for that will identify that coin correctly as a matte proof, that's where you make the money. A lot of people have no idea what they have, and you can just pick it up for a song and keep an eye out for it. We do it all the time over here on eBay. We hang out at night, just like we're doing now, going, if you looked at 2 cents late, you got to get over, look at this 3-center.
Yeah. CJ and I, we tear up eBay all the time, and then we have Ken come in, and we just have a party. It's not a live stream, so we could be
We use English language.
We could be ourselves. We could let loose. It's just guys getting together and just being guys.
We talk about chicks.
Yeah, we talk about chicks.
Dude, you got to go see this Liberty over here. She's gorgeous.
So,
Are you guys still blabbering?
did you just wake up from a nap?
Oh, we should keep it down. I'm trying to sleep over here.
Big Mac coma.
I am.
We hear you sleeping over there.
I have fallen asleep before.
TV says, yeah, that's the issue. Would it be worth it to purchase a second edition A&A grading book? Not so much for the grading, because you can get better photos and make it easier with some of the more modern grading books. But if you can get these old books about each series, right? I mean, Cohen's book on the half cent, where it has the diagnostics, so you can tell exactly what to look for, what the differences are, right? Rick Snow's got a series of books, which is wonderful. You can get Overton's book. It'll cost you $75, right? But it'll let you pick out these sweet varieties that are going to go for, 3, 4, 5 times what you pay for. And some of these bus halves are going to cost you $300, $400, $500 to begin with.
CJ's back.
Bye.
I know one guy, all he does is hunt down 1909s in slabs that aren't attributed, and picks out varieties on there. And he likes them when he gets the 64s and the 65s and the 66s, and it's a double die obverse, right? Or double die reverse. What's that?
Ice cream.
Oh, drumstick.
I
Stop
want to hang
it.
out with CJ more.
You're evil.
What would I do with a suitcase full of Indian cents? I'd probably stick them under something and get to them when I
He'd
have
lose
a
them.
suitcase full of Indian cents here. Yeah, pick them out one at a time and hunt down those varieties. A lot of them are not recorded even. What do we get
He
here?
never goes anywhere, so he'd forget he even had a suitcase.
Oh, I have. I actually got a response back, and they're still working on the ones that I sent.
Yeah, Snow,
What are you talking about?
Rick.
I've got 2 at Snow and 1 headed to Wiles.
Yeah.
Lost. All right, I'm going to bed.
All right, Paula, have a good night. Get
I'm
some
gonna
sleep.
stay
Okay,
up.
guys.
Do the fat.
Talk to you later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Appreciate you coming in and hanging out.
Dun-dun.
She gone.
Yeah, you got a suitcase of Indians. First thing I do is split them up so I can get the dates right. You know, it comes in handy that way. I like to sort them first so I can go through one date at a time. And then, yeah, start hunting them down. Get in there close and tight. Let's see.
RPDs, MPDs,
MPDs.
on looking at Liberty, because that's where the doubling shows up.
Yep. Look for clash marks. There,
All right. Then I get right in there and hunt it down.
stuff that has not been attributed yet because it hasn't been found yet.
But you look at it and you say, huh, that's funny. I've got some extra metal here below the date on the 9, on the bottom of the 1. This should be kind of straight across here, right? What's going on? I got a little extra hook in there. And I'm looking at the rest of the designs. Maybe on the inside of the 0, for example, I'm going to see some extra metal. I'm looking at the dentals. Sometimes you find some misplaced dates, and you'll see it in the dentals. Sometimes it's filled up with doo-doo. Sometimes you can see inside. This one, it turns out, let's see, I've got this bit of extra metal here, some on the 9. I'd have to look at that again. But the bottom of the 1 says that this one is a repunched date. This is a Snow 19. Now, the condition's not great. There you go. I've got some Liberty here. I've got, reasonable detail. This is probably, fine, perhaps. There's some crud on it. Where's that toothpick? Let's see if that's is that soft crud or hard crud? That's soft crud. No, just get the crud the hell out of there. Let's see. We're starting to see some of the dots here. It's a little scuffed. Good detail in the feathers. Much of Liberty, but it's not very fine. There I'd want to see almost all the letters. But it's in fine condition, but no better.
But see, you made a good point about separating them by date, because if you look at that and you're like, that looks weird, then you have another coin that you could immediately look at and compare it going, okay, this one doesn't have it.
Yep, that's a key point.
So separating by date is a good idea. It's a pain in the butt because you just got red Solo cups full of coins.
Enough to fill a suitcase anyway. You don't often find a suitcase of the darn things. I was kind of lucky. I got a couple of hundred at a time. All of my Indians are rather, how should I say, crappy. Yeah, and that's the next thing I do is pick out the cull. Let me put this one away so I don't lose it. So I got a sack of culls here. Where's the face? There you go. Not a whole lot of them. This is probably 10% of what I got, and they just don't cut the grade. They're not good enough. So let's go and have a look at what we're talking about per cull. Where's my button? There we go. There, we're zoomed up. A lot of pennies, a lot of Indians, right? Look, it's a small coin. It's an inexpensive coin. There's going to be problems with it because people really didn't care about it. You got a gold coin? Dude, you got a $20 gold? They kept that in their pocket. All right, they didn't fling it at the pond. What's the problem with this one? I suspect this looks like it's been cleaned. All right, this could have been gone through laundry, perhaps. It's picked up a lot of a stone. It has a little die crack right up here, so I'm going to be picking this out now. Where's my flips? There we go.
Yeah, D. Reese, if you got piles of them, I would suggest just getting coin tubes and just start separating them by date. And if you could even go 2 dates per one, and then mark it 1909s, 1908s, 1904s, 1903s. At least get them separated. Then, as you're going through them, you at least have an idea. Okay, these are all my 1904s.
Yeah, people want to get into them. They like to see. They want some variety. So you can set them up. This is a clean one as well. So this is cull. But what are you looking at? You're looking at the Liberty's going to be gone. You're going to lose most of the detail in the feathers, especially up at the top. Right. The necklace he's got a necklace. She gone. There should be little diamonds on the ribbon here. Gone. You want to see a complete shield. This is just wore out. Man, it's been cleaned. That's a cull. What's this one? This one, it looks like environmental damage. It's got some sort of doo-doo going on here. Corrosion of just this heavy coating of crud.
Yep. That was probably found with a metal detector.
Could be. You know, it's the whole surface is kind of corroded. All right, what's the next one? What's wrong with this one? The color tells me it's been cleaned and retoned. Oh, we looked at that one already. Let me pull some new ones out. Excuse me. What's wrong with this one? Cleaned. All right. A big scratch across the back. Yeah, this is a damaged coin.
Yep.
All right. You might have good detail on here, pretty sharp lines a whole bit. You got the leaves are separated. You got ribbon. You got fletching here. But you got this big crack. Oh, no, it's not a crack. This big slash right across it. This is damage. This coin is not going to get a straight grade. You might want to call it very good, maybe even fine, because we're starting to get some separation of the letters. But with that big slash in the back and it's been cleaned, this coin is cull. What's this one?
Details.
Yeah, more details. We used to call it cull. Now they want to call it very fine details. No, it's still cull. All right. Pitting. This looks like some sort of damage. Something hit it, maybe a shotgun blast, whatever the hell. All right. Pretty wore out. What's in the back? The same sort of thing. These are some sort of something hit it. Yeah, they threw that up in the air and shot it. There's skeet. What you got here?
Pull.
Pull. This got smashed. Something screwed it up over here. Screwed it up over here. What's the front look like? Okay, a little better. This is probably very good. I got a couple of letters, but even they're not complete. At least the ribbon's intact. It starts to flow in. We got a little bit of relief on the jawline here. Okay. Can you tell me what's wrong with this one?
Dead.
Graffiti. Just then, look, there was intemperate use going back 100 years. This might have made it in circulation for 20 or 30 years. Yeah, but it's a goner. Cull. Yeah, what the heck you got here? Another bit of surface doo-doo. This is environmental damage. All right, and what kind of environment? I suggest a parking lot type of environment.
Oh, it's that Walmart coin.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Well, you know, the kids like them. You ever seen a 1903 penny? Geez, you can get these for less than $1, real easy. Get a bunch of them, no problem, real cheap. And the kids like them. They don't quite understand the grading yet, and higher value. You got a 70-year-old doesn't understand the concept of money quite yet, although he understands you can use it to buy candy. They're starting to get a grip on it. Something that used to be a novelty for them. You got a really nice 1959 with a big A carved in the obverse.
No.
That belonged to A. Ron.
A would be nice.
Yeah. There you go. Pitted. This is one of those dug coins or a fountain coin, or is left in some sort of just mean environment for a while, somebody's basement or God knows what. Yeah. No, but kids 12 years old, it's going to be a real treat for them. They can put together that first set of every date or a lot of dates, and over time, maybe they'll start to upgrade it. And this one, they'll understand, okay, that's kind of a beater, got a big shotgun spot in his head. And they go get one that's better shape, better condition, maybe a bright, shiny red one. Okay, maybe not this one. But you see the difference in luster and detail and slobber. Yeah, there's some slobber. And that big gash over there. Okay. What's this one? There you go. Okay, better detail. Right, I can see Liberty. I can see one of the diamonds on the ribbon. And I can see that face with this giant slash mark on here. Here's Scarface. Got a knuckle mark on his chin. Somebody took the brass knuckles to him. Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to have a better grade so you can see the details. Right? Even if it's got a scratch in the face, it's good you can see the details. You're getting a better idea of what's going on. Do I need to look at that? Let's get in there and look at that. All right, let's look at that. Where's the loop? Okay, there is a little die chip. So I'll probably keep this one out and record it. I just don't want to take the picture of the face where it's slashed. Yeah, I'll record that one for sure, though. Well, you start out with stuff, and you can always upgrade your collection over time. And this is a great way to start. You can get these called Buffalo nickels, right? Roosevelt dimes, Mercury dimes. You can get them for cheap. The silver, that'll be melt value, but you can get them for cheap. And just keep upgrading the condition. What was the date on that? I don't remember. 03.
Yeah, that coin might be damaged, might have a scratch across it, might be environmental or clean, but it's a book filler
Yeah.
until you get a better one.
Yeah, keep the best until you get a better one. When in doubt, keep it.
And I do it the opposite way. I try to get the best one I could afford, and
then replace it with a beater.
And then I don't complete sets because I'm looking for better examples for stuff.
Yeah. Some people actually collect the bad ones. They try to get get one in the lowest possible grade, and they'll send
Low ball registry sets.
Yeah, low balls. They put them in their pocket and walk around for a year with the coin in their pocket until there's nothing left, but you can still tell the date. Right, it's not damaged, and they'll submit it. And they get a poor one certified, and they sell for more, honestly, because it's hard to get them in such low grade without a whole lot of damage on them. But you can figure those have been altered. They've been intentionally worn. They're really nice. Okay, we saw that one. Yeah, but collect what you want. If you haven't gotten into Indians or Flying Eagles, just pick one up. You can get one for $5, $10, $15. It's going to be pretty decent. You're going to have lots of detail. Flying Eagles might be a little more, 50, 75, 100. There aren't so many of those.
All right, Jeff. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
I could hit
Have a good night, Jeff.
Yeah. Some people got a job and they got to go to bed at night.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just stay away from the Flying Eagles. Those are mine. When I'm done, then you can have them.
Then you can have the one. You want.
Yeah.
1922 with 3 die cracks on the reverse. 1922's, all the 20s, they used those dies until there was nothing left. Getting a strong reverse on all the dates in your collection for the 20s is going to be a challenge. They wore them out. They used them and used them until they were gone. So die cracks is not at all unexpected.
Is that why the 22 quote unquote no D with a strong reverse is the keepsake?
Yeah. Keep that, baby. Now, they also use the obverse dies as well. Getting sharp strikes in the 20s it's tough. Is it worn down, or is it just a worn down die? Is it an AU coin, or is it uncirculated but a worn die? Taking away some of that detail. There's not many. Yeah, you might have 15,000 of the 22 Ds with no mint mark. But even then, some of those are a weak mint mark, and it's just a whisper.
Just worn, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit the fart sack too. I think I'm wearing
All
out.
right.
I'll get this packed up. At least a 2-hour show will wear the dog shit out of you. Yep, ate my burrito.
I don't know that feeling at all.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. How long did your last auction go for?
Not the last one, but the one before. The heavy one was like 4 hours.
Yeah, they'll wear you. All right, you guys stay groovy. I'm gonna go do my thing.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, sir. And now there is 2.
Well, I'll tell you this: ice cream is legit.
Yeah, I saw that and I got hungry.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you.
I did get a watch battery for one of my watches, but the grocery store that I went to does not have the other one, so I'm gonna have to get some watch batteries off of like Amazon or something to get my other one, because it's kind of a funky size, so that's all right.
Yeah. I should probably think about going to bed myself. See if it actually works.
Nope, it won't.
I'll lay down for an hour and
Stare at the
Still-
ceiling.
still staring at the numbers flash on the clock. If I go to bed if I could fall asleep right now, I'll get 6.5 hours sleep.
Yep, not a chance.
If I fall asleep right now, I'll get 4 hours sleep. Well, after a while, you're just kind of like, well, I'm just getting up. I guess I'm not going to go to sleep tonight.
Right?
And I get up. But I get up and I try to get stuff done on the attribution side of the collection and taking pictures. That'll wear you out.
Yeah, well.
Had a cold front come in with the storm. And I think we only got to like 83 today. But the humidity was 185%.
See a penny. What I have as far as a backup plan, like if there's a really bad storm or something, I have totes that are waterproof, and I put everything in those totes.
Yeah. Yeah, you could put them in you could take your albums, you could put them in Ziploc bags and seal them. But if you're going to do something like that, or put coins in a tote and put the lid on it, get some of those silica. What are these things called?
You're right. Silica gel packs.
Silica gel packs, and put in there, and that will help keep the moisture away.
Mm-hmm.
These could be picked up on Amazon. I think I got 100 of them for like $7. But when you get them, put them in a Ziploc, and seal it, and then that will keep them from going bad on you. Yeah, see, I get big storms up here all the time, and I'm not smart enough to put them inside of a container in case something happens. So
Most of the time, I just have the just the totes that I use just to move coins around, just around my desk. But if it comes to it, I've got in the closet, I've got some waterproof ones.
yeah, there's options out there, even with the those big totes with the lids. Even though they got the little handles to lock the lids down, you could always just run a piece of tape around the edges, and that will help keep any water from leaking in from running off of it. So there's options. So I don't know, what time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going on 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I didn't have a hiccup in internet, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
Hey, remember what I told you the other night, CJ?
No.
Internet will work great Monday through Friday, and then Friday evening it goes to crap.
But today's Sunday.
I know. I don't know what they did. Maybe someone got off the PlayStation 2 long enough to figure out, going, ooh, there's a problem. So I don't know. I think I'm going to call it a night too. I'm going to relax a little bit, clear my mind.
Okay.
So thank you, everyone in chat. Always a pleasure having you here. Hope you learned something, or at least had a place to be instead of out in the street causing trouble. CJ, I appreciate you showing that ice cream off and on the stream and making everyone jealous.
You're welcome, sir.
Now I'm going to probably have a little ice cream myself as I just kind of try to get my mind empty so I could get some sleep. So thank you all. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good week. And I'll try to jump on here again when I can. I got to get some videos done, so watch out for those.
Cool.
But y'all have a good one. Take care. CJ, thanks. Appreciate
Later,
you.
man.